y'all, what's going on? It's your boy KawaiMF, and today I'm going to be showcasing my Prediction Princess deck for the year of 2021. I made this deck a long time ago. I used to run a Shaddol engine, but you know what? I kind of just wanted to switch it up. Back then in 2016, I used to run that. I went to a YCS one day, you know, table 300, maybe 500, but you know, we still having fun. But anyways, I'm gonna just go straight into it. We run 3 Prediction Princess Tarotrei. Now this is the boss monster of the deck, and what it does is that once per turn during the end phase, you could special summon a flip monster from your graveyard back into the field face down, the way you want it, you know, face down. It's a pretty dang good card, but it can set up some spicy ass text. Next card, 3 Nekroz of Unicore. Now this is pretty much a floodgate for extra deck monsters that your opponent might have. We run extra deck monsters too, so it kind of does stun us a bit, but we can always circumvent that by flipping it face down with Tarotrei. I didn't even explain its secondary effect, which is the primary effect that allows our deck to flourish. Pretty much you can flip face up or face down any monster on the field. It does target, unfortunately, but you know, it is what it is. But it essentially can reset effects. It's really nice. So you can set your Unicore just in case you need to go into some extra deck plays and whatnot. Okay, and yeah, it just negates extra deck monsters effects. It has another effect that doesn't really matter into the deck, so you know, I'm not really gonna go over it. This card, Nekroz of Clausolas, we only run 1. Pretty much we just use it for the effect of discarding it and adding a Nekroz spell from our deck to the hand. It just adds as another copy of Kaleidoscope, which is the ritual summon card used for, the hell was that? Anyway. So yeah, we only run 1 copy. And sometimes we summon it in case our Unicore dies somehow. We could get it on the field and it acts as another negate, but unfortunately it only targets special summon monsters. I believe it's only extra deck monsters. That's what Nekroz really specializes in. Let me see. Alright, for our other monsters, let's save the hand traps for later. We run 1 Pot of the Forbidden, one of our flip monsters. It is level 9. Kind of don't want to see it in the hand, so kind of just search it out somehow. If you do draw it along with a bunch of incantations, because we do run that engine, it does provide that combo potential, but essentially you kind of don't want to draw into it if you don't have any incantations plus any ritual monsters. So what the card does, pretty much draw 2 cards if it gets flipped up. All these effects activate when they get flipped up, and I'm gonna try to be as fast as possible because last time I took, okay, you know, I'm not even gonna explain it. So draw 2 cards. The other effect is Giant Trunade. You return all the spells and traps back into the owner's hands, or you could look at your opponent's hand also and then shuffle a card, you know, spin a card back into the deck. You get to look at their hand too, so you gain that knowledge. And you can only use the effect once per turn, unfortunately, but whatever. Okay, so 3 Impcantation Talismandra. Now, well, all the I don't know if you guys get what the incantations do, but they all special summon each other from the deck. So like, for example, Talismandra, you have to reveal a ritual monster from your hand, and then you get to special summon a incantation monster from your deck and that incantation monster in your hand. So you special summon Talismandra, you search out maybe Candoll, special summon that from the deck. Candoll's effect will activate, and you could add a ritual spell. So Talismandra's effect, if it gets special summoned from the deck, you get to add a ritual monster from your deck to the hand. So pretty dang good. Bookstone, kind of, these effects are pretty similar, so I'm kind of trying, I don't want to repeat them as much, but anyways, they special summon from the hand and all that. But its unique effect is that if it is special summoned, you get to add which one is this one, a ritual spell from your graveyard to the hand. So it's okay. That's why we only run 2, but we run 2 because we want to see incantations in our hand plus ritual spells and ritual monsters. Okay, so 1 Spirit of the Fall Wind, and I like this card because you could search out, and it gives you many options in searching out your flip monsters depending on the situation, right? So just 1, because sometimes our normal summon does get stuffed out, or you know, we get Ash Blossom, and sometimes you want to bait it out too, because yeah, Ash really does hurt this deck. It'll hurt this card too, Manju of the 10,000 hands. Pretty much search whatever, you know, ritual spell, ritual monster, you know, normal summon. I typically use these cards to bait out the Ash or some kind of like some card. Okay, so we have 3 Candolls. Impcantation Candoll. When this card is special summoned from the deck onto the field, you get to add a ritual spell from your deck to the hand. So it's a really good combo with Talismandra, or Talismandra to Candoll, or vice versa, right? So 3 of those, and let's go on to our flip monsters. Guard Dog. This is a spicy one because you can lock down your opponent essentially turn 1 and they can't do anything at all, unless they, you know, dark hole, and we have measures for that. I mean, you know, kind of mediocre measures, but you know, yeah. Anyways, Guard Dog, flip it up. Your opponent cannot special summon for the entire turn. The thing is, with this card and with Prediction Princess Tarotrei, you can kind of reset this. At the end phase, you can just flip it face down. Opponent's draw phase, flip it up. They can't special summon. Okay, end turn. They're probably gonna set up a couple cards. You draw, do your turn. It's just you keep resetting it. It's kind of like this loop, and it's honestly kind of broken. Well, in my opinion. Okay, next card, Prediction Princess Coinorma. This card allows you to special summon any flip monster from your deck to the field. The thing is, you can't activate monster effects for the rest of the turn except Prediction Princess monster. So it kind of stuns you for a turn, but you know, you could get a monster on the field easily. All right, we run 1 Summoner of Illusions, and I like this card because you could cheat out extra deck monsters with this card. Let me explain why. So as you flip it up, you have to tribute a monster though. So unfortunately, that's the cost. But it does trade off because you can summon any of these fusion monsters that I'm gonna list right here. Essentially cheat them out. You know, you don't have to fusion summon them. They just get special summoned, and some of these are really strong. So just look out for that. 1 Ducker Mobile Cannon. Now this essentially I wanted to use this card. I'm barely testing this out, but as it gets flipped up, you get to target 1 level 4 monster in the graveyard, and I wanted to use this so I could recover hand traps or certain monsters I could use to tribute for my ritual monsters, but you know, for the hand traps mainly. So just recovery overall. 1 Ash Blossom. I kind of want to bump this up because this card is running rampant all across every deck, so kind of have to run it. I do have 2 on the side deck, so in case I notice like, whoa, this guy's searching a lot, I'm gonna sign him in. And then for some reason this is here. Oh yeah, it goes based off levels. Impcantation Penciplume, it does the same thing as the incantations, the unique effect. If you get special summoned from the deck, you get to add a ritual monster from your graveyard to your hand. So yeah. Okay, so here's another flip monster, Brainjacker. Now unfortunately this one has to be flipped up on your turn or during your opponent's turn, but it cannot be during the battle phase, like as damage calculations going on. The effect won't go through, and the effect is you equip the card. It's essentially a snatch steal. You equip the card to a monster on the opponent's side of the field and treat it as an equip card, and then you come up. All right, and then you get to, well, unfortunately your opponent gains 500 life points during their standby phases, but you know, you came up on a monster. It's really good disruption. Magician of Faith, just 1, because sometimes we want to recycle our spells, especially Pre-Preparation of Rites. Sometimes we need it badly. So that's it for the monsters. Yeah, let's go on to the spells. Yo, I was straight tripping when I was making this. Anyways, I forgot 2 cards. I excluded Effect Veiler and Drawing Lockbirds. Those are hand traps, so you guys know what they do anyway. So Pre-Preparation of Rites, it's a +1. It's really good. You get a ritual spell from the deck to the hand, and also the monster whose name is listed on the ritual spell, which it is. Anyways, it's a really dang good card. You always want to open up with this, and hopefully you want to bait your opponent out from not negating this. All right, just okay. We run 3 of that. 1 Harpies Feather Duster in case back row want, you know, sometimes we have those that anxiety of seeing 5 set, you know, blow it up, easy as that. 3 Ritual Prediction Ritual. It's used to summon our monster here, Prediction Princess Tarotrei. Also has a graveyard effect, banish it, add 1 Prediction Princess monster. You could add Coinorma too, you know, that's why I put it in there. So it's pretty good. Nekroz Kaleidoscope. This is a really good card to summon Unicore because there's multiple Nekroz spells. Anyways, this card allows you to send a extra deck monster from the extra deck to the graveyard and essentially just ritual summon, you know, for free. Okay, I'll explain what that does and why it's good. Because it sends Herald of Arclight, and Arclight is really good when it's sent to the graveyard. Okay, we run 3 of those and then evenly match. Just in case we're going second, we could just go into the battle phase and swoop them up. Okay, really good card. Yeah, I have like another one in the side deck. So that's it for the main deck. We go into the extra deck. Just a bunch of niche cards. We really don't go into it too much, but you know, feel free to give me some suggestions. What's up? All right, so we run 1 Blue Eyes alternative to Ultimate Dragon. We could go into it, fortunately, with, and all these cards, most of these cards, we could go into Summoner with Summoner of Illusions. You just tribute the monster and you can special summon all these cards. I've already tested it out. All right, so what this card does, essentially, you can't target or destroy it by opponent's card effects, so they can't really touch it for the turn because they do die at the end phase. But if the card, you get to pop a card, right? Once per turn, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy it, so it's pretty good. And then it dies at the end. The other effect doesn't matter because you don't summon it the way it's supposed to be summoned, so you just cheat it out. So the next card is Barbaroid, the Battle Machine, Ultimate Battle Machine. The card can make a second attack during the battle phase, and unfortunately it can't attack directly, but you know, it has 4,000 attacks, so it's gonna do some damage. And if it destroys a monster afterwards, I believe it inflicts 1,000 damage. Oh yeah. And also, it's kind of like an Abyss Dweller. It negates the effects of the monster, including in the graveyard. So, you know, kind of good. Alright, next card, Gaia Drake, the Universal Force. This is just a beat stick. The only thing is, this beat stick stays on the field because of its effect. This card cannot be targeted by or destroyed by, that's keyword, destroyed by the effects of effect monsters. So, Summoner of Illusions is an effect monster, it can't be destroyed by it. You just stay on the field. Free monster, bro. Well, you did tribute, you know, 1 for 1. Next card, Naturia Exterio, you know, kind of like a spell and trap negation, except you have to banish a card and then mill it. But I like it as a beat stick as well, with the versatility of negating stuff. So that's it. If you want to push for game, sometimes you want to go for Blaze Phoenix. Damn, I'm talking too much, bro. The card, what it does, pretty much burn your opponent for 300 damage per card on the field once per turn. The card can attack afterwards, but you can go for game for this card after, you know, maybe main phase 2. Next card, Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. You know what the card does, but if you don't, and because I'm probably gonna read it right here because I don't. Okay, it doesn't matter if this card is fusion summoned because you're not gonna fusion summon it, so you don't get that effect. The effect that does matter is that once per turn you can target 1 level 5 or higher monster your opponent controls until the end phase. The card's name, you know, the dragon's name, becomes the monster's original name, and replace that effect with the original monster's effect. So you could come up on the name and the monster's effect, essentially, if you're copying it. So it's a pretty good card, and it's kind of like good for getting rid of cards. So next card is Schuberta, the Melodious Maestro. Now this card is really spicy because you can kind of interrupt your opponent on their turn. You summon this monster, and then let's say they want to get something off the grave, you know, nah, too bad, bro. You could, during either player's turn, target 3 cards in any graveyard and you just banish them, although it's only once while that card is face up on the field, but 3 cards, that's real disruption, bro. All right, next card, you could cheat this one out too. Bloom Diva, the Melodious Choir. Wow, okay, this one also stays on the field because its effect reads cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So quite simply, and also you take no battle damage from attack involving this card, so no battle damage, destruction immunity, so you kind of have to kaiju it, right? If this card battles a special summon monster after damage cal, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the difference between the original attack of that monster and, you know, Bloom Diva. So really nice card to go into, and it's kind of hard to remove, so that's why we run 2, because spicy. 3 Herald of Arclight, because as Funniest thing happened, my thing died, you know, my laptop, I didn't charge it. I saw the warning, bro, but you know, I just don't like to listen. Anyways, we were at the Herald of Arc Light. Also gave me a chance to catch my breath, bro. I was already running out. What this card does when it's sent to the graveyard is that you can add a ritual monster or a ritual spell from your deck to your hand. Easy search, bro, and you go essentially like you go profit, bro. Profit. You get a free card from Kaleidoscope. You summon the Unicore, you send the Arc Light, and you get a free Floodgate plus a search, bro. It's a really good combo, trust. All right, so we run 3 of them, and I have gone through them, dude. I wish that we could run more copies of this card because it's so good. Okay then, next it's a rank 9 Phantom Fortress. Enter Blathnir. You require 2 level 9s. You could go into it with 2 Prediction Princesses, Tarotreis. Anyways, what the card does is that it has a variety of effects. If you detach 1 material from the card, which read, you can banish 1 card they control, you can banish 1 random card from their hand, you could banish 1 card from the graveyard, the opponent's graveyard, not yours, or you could banish the top card of your opponent's deck face up, not face down, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a good card, pretty hefty attack, so it's nice to have that option. We run 1 Silent on our Arc. Did I say that right? Whatever. 2 level 4 monsters. It's really nice removal without destruction, so it's nice, right? And then 1 Nightmare Phoenix. We only run 1 Link monster. You know, I was against it, but I was, you know what, people are doing it, join in on the fun, right? So if it's Link summon, discard 1 card, target a spell or trap, destroy it. And I don't even use the other effect. Okay, let's go off to the side deck. 2 Nibiru. Nib. It's your boy. You go, maybe I should run it in the main deck, I don't know, but pretty much it's okay, if your opponent normal or special summons 5 times, you know, or you can tribute as many face up monsters on the field, so I guess you can target your own monsters for some reason. You can special summon the card from your hand to your side of the field. That's what it is, right? Yeah. And then you give them a token, and that token equals the combined amount. Thought something touched my head. The combined attack of everyone's attack. Yeah, I explained it right. I explained it. The next card is gonna be Reversal Beetle. It's a flip monster, and what it does is you can shuffle this card and any face-up monsters in its column into the deck. So it's a really good form of removal. So in case they summon some kind of like I mean, something that can be killed, you know, like a Towers, or that's all I remember, like Towers, Masterpiece. I don't think he's in the game anymore. Yeah, you could spin them in the event they don't negate it, right? Or you could just use it as bait. Okay, next card is Green Kappa. You can target 2 set spell / trap cards on the field and destroy them. Unfortunately, they have to be set, but you know, sometimes popping 2 cards is really cool. The extra 2 copies of Ash Blossom, because sometimes you gotta run it. 1 Last Warrior from Another Planet. This card, if it's special summoned, which you can, it destroys all special summon monsters on the field, and then no one can special summon pretty much for a turn because it'll die afterwards. 1 Stardust Dragon for our Starlight Roads in our side deck. You know what it does? It prevents destruction. It'll negate it by tributing itself. Yeah, right? Okay, yeah. 1 Triple Tactics Talent. It's a pretty good card. They activate a hand trap against you. Activate it. You could activate a plethora of a bunch of effects. Did I just say that? That made no sense. Okay, you could draw 2 cards, look at your opponent's hand, or take control of 1 monster they have. So, you know, pretty versatile card. 2 Twin Twisters in case anyone runs Floodgates, you know, just stop them in their tracks. 1 Evening Match, an extra one, you know, so just in case you want to be extra toxic, you know, you could run the extra one. Starlight Road prevents destruction. You know, sometimes they want a dark hole, you know, your monster, they're very susceptible to that. You just kind of auto lose, so you kind of sight in the Starlight Road and hope for the best. But what I've seen a lot, at least as of late, no one really runs like, well, maybe Lightning Storm, not Vortex. It's a different card. So 1 Mask of Restrict. prevents tributes, you know, kaiju, stuff like that. So yeah, so that's the main deck. That's the whole deck. Tell me what you guys think of it. You know, it is a work in progress since I'm barely getting back into the game, but I would like to hear what you guys think. Anyways, this is Kawaii MF signing off. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And don't forget to subscribe for more future content, because I will be trying to make future content. I shouldn't be saying trying. I will, dog. I will. All right then. I'll see y'all on the next one. Later.